Frame by Frame. Welcome.
Hey there, everyone. My name is Ryonari, and this is the Frame by Frame podcast installment number 8. This week with me, I have Miles, Tori, along with double the Tyler, double the confusion.
Oh, I see what you
Well, since I'm a tool, you can refer to me as Tula.
Yeah. Well, along with that, how are you all this fine day?
Sick!
I got off of work, so, I'm just tired and groggy, as every podcast I am, yes.
Yes. Well,
If I'm here at all.
I'm glad to actually have you here.
Yeah, I know, me too. I mean, it's been a a few podcasts now, I'd say like 3 or so.
Yeah.
It's definitely been about like 3, and I apologize for not being able to come in, guys. I just, duty calls sometimes, been trying to shop for Christmas presents and all that, so.
It's cool. It's cool. I can hold down the fort. Yeah. Alright, so we're just going to get right into it here. We're going to go with what's the events that are going on around in Still Framed and other stuff that's pretty relatable. With things that have finished so far is about maybe last week. Yeah, last week. The Still Framed holiday charity stream happened. And of course I was there for it, Jeremy was there for it, and I believe two of you were there for it, both Tori and Tyler, Sonic Tyler here.
Yeah, I went in there and I was like, I donated so much money.
Yeah,
Not
you
super
donated
much,
so much
but I
money.
donated a lot. I was trying to get Leo V to draw me and I was like, I need you to draw me. But he ended up drawing me. So. But I was actually really happy with the art that I received from Echo.
Mm-hmm.
I love that art. It's so pretty.
Yeah, shout out to Echo. Tori really does appreciate the drawing you did for her. How much did you donate exactly? Like $30?
Yeah, around $30. Yeah, $30. I was about to donate 5 more, but then the name got called from B, so I was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did anyone else donate? I don't remember. There was a lot of names.
I didn't have the opportunity to, because I was,
I heard the total for it was quite impressive.
Yeah, it actually went a lot better than, it pretty much passed everyone's expectations on how the charity stream would go, considering that it was like the very first public event for Still Frame to do, and especially of it being live. But to those of you who didn't get the info about it, we didn't exactly reach our goal just because of what's called the limitations on how much we could earn. But we did manage to get a total of $327 for the charity stream. And it actually went a lot longer than it should have, but I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think there should have been like a set time how long, because art takes quite the sum of time to do, so can't really fit all that in
Well, I mean, the only reason that there should be time constraints is just for the matter of fact that, well, the fact that you can't have a 20, let's say, how long was the stream supposed to be, Zealot?
It was supposed to go on for 6 hours.
And how long did it go on for?
It went on for 9 hours.
9 hours. Now, you see, that's not too bad, but the problem becomes that it really becomes a matter of organization and being able to stay on task, because if I recall, some people were saying that, that the podcast didn't go, not the podcast, the stream didn't go on task, and a lot of things happened that weren't supposed to happen.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremy and I both tended to be there for the entire thing, and just knowing that it would just keep going and no one said anything. And I mean, I'll mention that I kind of dropped out every now and then just to take a nap, but then I didn't realize that I had to take a nap, so I just went back on. But even then, I don't know, I didn't really talk much, but I was happy to be there, and I kind of donated myself with whatever I had.
You were the silent one, as they would say.
Indeed. I did
Silent.
I did
But
some stuff, but and anything else in the future related to just charities would be much further, maybe somewhere during next year or whatever the admin will be announcing it.
Yeah, I heard sometime during spring or summer or whatever.
Yeah, probably the summer. Alright. On to what's going on right now. To all you PC gamers out there, Steam is having a holiday sale.
Oh, my wallet!
Going from December 19th to January 3rd. It's pretty much going on like any other sale that they do have. They have the 24-hour sales, the 8-hour sale, and the community choice sale.
Just a little side note, I don't know if there's any people who like the cards, like the trading card stuff, but apparently you can earn extra rewards and snow globe trading cards, stuff like that. There's a badge apparently.
What?
Like in Dota 2, like for some of the items that you can get rewards for are like Spiral Knights, Star Conflict, TF2, Warframe, Dota 2, Ragnarok, stuff like that. So.
Oh, Gaben, my wallet. Oh,
And-
Gaben.
They're in Dota 2 the genuine. I want to say in TF2 too. No. Just,
Oh, Gaben.
Attack on Gaben? No. We did happen to get one of the games that were on sale. Tyler actually got a 4-pack of Monaco. What's yours is mine.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, he got it for both Miles and I and our friend Jack. We didn't exactly all get to play it together simultaneously, but just like, cause I for one was really curious about that game. To those of you who don't know what Monaco is, it's essentially like something similar, like a theme similar to like Payday the Heist, but not really.
It's like a mix of Payday the Heist and Hotline Miami.
Yeah, it's like a top-down
I was
view.
just about to say that.
Yeah, it's a top-down view of you like stealing shit, and usually in games that have like a top-down view, you see the entire map and you can see like beyond the walls. And
Nope.
in this one, it's only according to the character's line of sight. So like you can't see past through walls, and you have like a limited range of vision. And
Each character that you can play has different abilities, like the Lookout is able to see guards even when you can't see them.
yeah,
And
and
it'll show what type of weapon they have.
yeah, and I can tell from both Miles and I, we've been playing a lot of it together, and I can safely say that my favorite character to use is indeed the Gentleman. He can disguise while he is hidden.
Mine is the Hacker. I can tap into wall outlets and send viruses to disable security, lights, floor panels, etc. And just make things a lot easier on all of us.
Yeah,
I
and
like playing the mole because it's ridiculous and annoying.
the mole can crash through walls, and
Mole is purple Kool-Aid, man. So,
but
just...
yeah, Tooler, Tyler here bought the game for us. It was how much was it for the 4?
Dude, like normally the 4-pack would have been like $40. I got it for like $8. That's serious, guys. Like Gaben. Oh, Gaben, my wallet.
Yeah. If any of our listeners out there are planning to get Monaco, I suggest you buy it now and like
share it with your friends.
Yeah,
Spread
and-
the Christmas cheer.
hell, I want to play with you guys if you happen to get it. I don't mind.
Dude, Darksiders 2 is $10.
Exactly!
That's a $50 game.
I thought I was like, dang! Oh
Fashion
god!
Yeah.
Let's see.
Did you guys have anything in mind that you wanted to buy but you kids can't right now?
Well,
Oh,
since no money's got
Everything.
AV.
Everything. I especially wanted the Wolf Among Us.
Oh
It's
yes.
$16 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want that. And then of course The Walking Dead, because like I haven't gotten to play that myself, but I've seen a lot of Let's Plays.
It's so
I
good.
would like to buy that. Machinarium is like $2.50, and I would really want to play that. I got
It was $1 like 2 seconds ago.
yeah, for Christmas. I got Sleeping Dogs and Hitman Absolution. I've been playing
Oh,
those games so much fun.
I'm just gonna buy everything.
And a
Orgasm.
game that I want to buy is Starbound, which I had the crack version, but I want to get the actual one. because the
I'll
crack-
get it for you, Miles. Worry not.
It's okay.
Starbound. Ooh, I have to play Starbound, but everyone plays it, and I'm sitting here like, oh.
Speaking of Starbound, something I didn't tell the other guys, I'm gonna be giving away one copy of Starbound. I'm gonna start a thread. I'm gonna give away like a copy of Starbound to somebody over the course of like some quick event real fast. So, just keep an eye out.
I did hear.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the raffle that was going on?
Yeah,
about
the poop deck and Trident Raffle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at that. I wasn't too interested, but you know, it's a really cool thing to do for the community. So I'm excited for it.
So yeah, if you don't feel like paying the rent this month, then check out the Steam sale.
You don't need food. What you need is Steam.
Gaben. Gaben.
Let's see. In addition to what Tyler referred to as giving out a free game, one of our community members one who goes by MapleSight, is holding a little raffle just to randomly give out a copy of Torchlight 2.
That's what I was
Yeah, if you're curious about what it is, Torchlight 2 is just essentially, it's a Diablo type sort of game, but in comparison to the actual like brand name of Diablo, it plays much better and it's so much more satisfying to actually go through all that sort of thing. I have a copy of it myself. I played it, I was addicted to it for a couple weeks, but then I just stopped because, you know, I couldn't play with anyone else. But you know, it is a chance to get a free game. You just go on the thread, I'll probably post a link in somewhere, and you can just, you know, put in your name, your Skype name, your Steam ID, and who knows, maybe you'll get a chance of Torchlight 2.
You have a copy of everything.
So trust me, like, in comparison to, like, I'll pretty much say, like, anyone else here in this podcast, I don't have a lot of games in comparison to them.
You got a lot of
I
games.
got about on average about 22 games, and a game that I want is I think it was called Unepic.
Oh, yeah.
Deus Ex is $9. Deus Ex, oh.
Stand yourself. Put your wallet away, or it will die.
Final
It will die a
Fantasy.
horrible death.
Oh.
Put the wallet away.
I ain't got a wallet. Oh man, final.
Alright, so a little moving on. We'll probably get back to that later in this podcast, just for the sake of the wind down and gaming talk. But yesterday was the deadline for the SSC tournament round 1. Unfortunately, there has been a little bit of sort of delay, and weirdly, well, not weirdly enough, but you know, there's been an amount, like a very small amount of people who have been dropping out due to rendering problems and formatting, uploading, exporting, all that sort of stuff, and that caused them to drop out with the, like, it's just very unfortunate to get that far and then just putting it out there is a no-go.
Yeah, that must be really crappy. I mean, like, you work all that time and then you drop out. But there are a lot of people just dropping out just because they don't want to do it anymore. Like, I think I saw Kuno say that he was going to drop out as well as Colin. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Evan dropped out, and you know, just for the sake that he just didn't want to work on it anymore, but he does indeed have a clean slate, and he's just going to be working on stuff on his own. Probably not in SSCs, just because of the penalty of dropping out.
Yeah, it must be, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. And mainly for whatever reason of the delay in the round 1 videos coming out is Maple Rush 3 that happened quite recently.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons for the delay, if I remember, for Derek. But I was pretty interested to see. Like, I tuned into some of the streams pretty late, but it was still some pretty cool stuff to watch. For the most part, I only saw Derek because he was the only one who remained somewhat constant.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, I'll admit it. I was pretty butthurt to the fact that it wasn't open to, you know, the entire community. It was more of an invite-only kind of thing, and that sucks because, you know, despite some, like, some of the like, you know, Aiden and Jaws. Wait, no, it wasn't Aiden. It was Jaws and Derek who were in there. You know, they're administrators, and I don't really see them do a lot of public events for the forum, and that kind of sucks. But, you know, it's fine. I'm sure the results will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly know who all was in it. I know that DS and Derek were in it, and then I think Daniel was in there. I don't know everyone who was in it though.
Yeah. All of the nostalgia and the popular good animators are in there. But it's a very small party. I think it's like 8 people. The only new person who I believe really has earned their spot to get on Maple Rush is probably Zero.
Zero's on it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's on it.
Zero has been having like a really big jump in popularity lately, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
His the way he animates has been escalating so much throughout the months.
Oh, I see. Because like at first I didn't really know who Zero was, and all of a sudden it's just everyone was just like Zero, and I'm like, what? Who is this?
Yeah, but I am happy for him. I can't like. And even though like it might be a little short, considering it is a 24-hour thing that they do, but I do look forward to it coming out.
It's kind of like the social movement when it
Yeah,
That I've heard his name once or twice.
yeah. I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of junior collab related to this once it comes out.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is why did they do the Maple Rush just like as soon as like the whole SFC tournament just like ended the escape thing. I can't think of words today, but why would they do it just as soon as that's about to end? Like, why would you put yourself under that much pressure?
Yeah, that was.
Maybe they want to cram everything in before the end of the year.
Yeah, that was a thing that that I did find a little peculiar, is to just do something now while everything else is going on.
For real, like people got other things to work on. Like you guys are just stressing yourself out over internet right now.
But hey, you know, what happens, and you know, that whole 24-hour thing is pretty much over now. But do expect for it to come out soon, along with the SST round tournaments to be coming out.
Yeah.
And moving on to with our events that are coming soon, Tyler, would you like to fill us in on what's gonna happen?
Sure thing, sure thing. Aside from that whole giveaway and a couple other things I might have planned over the winter break, that's a bit of a secret though. GIF animators in the GIF chat group, in the GIF group of games of GIFing, GIF, yes. We'll be doing something top secret there. We'll see what happens. I can't make any promises. All I can tell you is that Calvin is back, also known as Demon Roar, and he'll be back for the entire winter break, from what I understand, and hopefully
I
do
know.
something interesting.
I've seen Calvin's work, and that makes me happy because that sounds amazing. Because I loved his anims, and he kind of just disappeared off the face of the planet last I checked.
Yeah, I mean, he was busy with high school, so... Anyway, going into the actual event I'm going to be starting, which is going to be a public event, when I'm given the results of the tournament's first round, I'll see, like, what happens, really, but I want to open up Smash Pig Collab 2, hopefully after the tournament, or when, the tournament's midway done. By that time, hopefully there will be enough animators out that I can actually start it. And given the rumors of the first round, I'm guessing that's pretty likely that it might happen to begin in the middle of the tournament. Anyway, Smash Pig Collab 2, I've gotten a few demands from it, not like huge demands, but I've gotten like, some demand, given the fact that there are new pig sprites out and a lot more to, given the fact that Smash Wall Collab and Smash Mushroom Collab 3 both came out, not too long ago, but a while ago. They figure, why not have a Smash Pig Collab 2? And I was like, I don't know who would actually do it. But hopefully people in my faction will, and I'm almost guaranteed that most of them will.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. It's going to be like the same style as Smash Pig Collab 1, but hopefully we can rectify some of the things that we didn't really touch up on them. For example, people were like smashing multiple targets when really it was supposed to be Smash Mushroom Collab style, where like there was one pig. Hopefully I can like get that fact straight. And Mally's finisher was good, don't get me wrong, but I was a bit confused because there was just so much going on. So like I said, with hope we can actually get that done, and maybe I'll be able to get some of the old participants in there. And before I move on to the next subjects, I just want to say that also, going back to Starbound, I forgot to mention this. I opened a public server for Stillframe. It's down right now for maintenance because I'm upgrading upgrading my computer's firmware and just putting in some parts right now. Because it kept freezing up on me, and I was like, maybe I should get rid of Windows XP and move on. So there's that, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, sounds good. I think it's pretty likely that, like, even though I'll be going to college soon, I'm probably going to get in on Smash Pig, and I guess I'll say something as well. Like after Smash Pig happens, or like whether or not it does or doesn't happen, I believe I may host a collab myself and bring it out to the public. I'm not gonna give out anything just yet. Just like I'm just gonna prevent hype, even though it's like sort of a negative.
Beginner friendly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like not necessarily beginner friendly. It could be, but it is gonna be something that may or may not require a lot of people, but it's not going to require as much work as you would anticipate. Like it won't be that difficult. It's pretty much gonna be all working on the same plane. I know I'm being a little vague, but it is going to be a thing, and I will elaborate it once the next year rolls on and when Smash Pig 2 comes out.
Sounds great.
And let's see, along to go, moving on to our shoutouts for this week. Unfortunately, there is nothing in particular for animation that we have for this week, mainly because of how quiet the whole animation thread's been. I'm assuming it's because of the SSC tournament and, you know, and other collabs that people are working on, which is fine. I don't really, I don't necessarily need like shoutouts every now and again, but it's cool. But we do indeed have something for art this week. It is Denzel's assortment from College Works that he's had for his past semester, or semesters, really. It was, yeah.
I like this 2D a little bit more than this 3D.
Yeah, it was an assortment of between 2D works and 3D works. I did take a look at them. They were very appealing to look at, and I did like it, even if it were school assignments.
Definitely.
Yeah. Any opinions on that one, Tyler? Without.
I mean, you know,
I love
I've always respected Colton as an animator, but like I remember, like, it's funny that I actually brought him into the community when I did, because back then I was starting to mess around with Maple Radio and all that, and I got him to participate in a few collabs of mine, and I evidently started a forum of, like, I started Orbs Hubs forums, and then when we moved, we both agreed that Maple Radio's forums were actually pretty dead, so I was like, hey, Still Frame's coming up, why don't we join that? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he joined Inflammation and Still Framed around, like, well, you know, as soon as they were readily available for him, and he's been doing pretty well for himself, I gotta say. He's made quite a name for himself ever since I met him, so.
I've kind of realized that all, like, there used to be, like, a bunch of tiny individualistic forums and stuff like that, but, now they kind of all just are kind of morphing down into either one or two big forums. Yeah. Just kind of an observation.
Yeah, it seems that, like, you can't really run a successful forum unless you are very well known. Like, I've noticed that, like, the two biggest forums happen to be MapleMation and Still Frame. Like, there's Royalty Crest, yeah, but it's not as big as, like, Still Framed and MapleMation. It's like a baby forum, and then that baby has had other tiny baby forums that didn't really make it to be a forum.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasoning for that. I mean, when you have MapleMation and Still Framed, two forums that are actually, like, in demand, because, you know, MapleMation media, like MapleStory media, is actually still thriving a bit. We've got a lot of new people in particular, and, you know, that's why MapleMation's in demand as a forum. When Royalty Crest came up and other forums created by Jack, the fact that MapleMation was already so big and didn't really have much wrong with it, especially now since Tro's mostly running it, is the reason why Royalty Crest wasn't needed. It wasn't in demand, really. And the only thing that Royalty Crest, I think, still has on MapleMation is teams, because teams were, like, a huge motivator for the community, but I mean, you know, it can't always be about that, as I've discussed it with some of my friends. It really needs to be, like, you motivating yourself, or else what's the point?
Yeah.
And like I said, Royalty Crest just wasn't in high demand because of MapleMation. And Still Framed is doing well for itself because it's opened up doors. People are willing to experiment a bit, and there's a lot less BS than there was on MapleMation. Of course, now that MapleMation is, like, you know, sort of like cooled down because of Tro. I mean, it's pretty much an even game, but Still Framed, I believe, is still growing faster than MapleMation. Although MapleMation does have a higher user base.
Yeah.
Before we continue to derail here, I'm gonna ask for our artist Tyler over here. Do you have any comments to Denzel's work?
Honestly, I really love what he does. His Photoshop skills are fascinating. Just what he did with that Nobby Smith piece, that looks amazing. And it, like, every time I look at it, I'm like just awestruck and trying to keep myself from laughing at the background, like, highlighted words. But, like, his digital pieces, they're really nice how they're done, but there's, like, so much mystery to it that it's like, I wish I could see more of what he saw. And also, he said that he had most of the other stuff was traditional, and I'm really interested in what he did with that. Because college traditional pieces are amazing most of the time. Whenever you go into with all those model drawings and stuff, the stuff you learn is just fascinating.
Good words. Good words.
Interesting.
All right. So we're just gonna move on to some more generalized topics. If there's one thing that I honestly love about like when I'm using the computer is it's like just shopping stuff online, both digitally and physically, just having stuff delivered. And to add on what we had, I think a week ago when we mentioned about Amazon Prime Air.
Yeah.
With delivering stuff to your house. I also read another article that Amazon is making a program that allows shoppers to browse stuff in bulk, in like competition to warehouse stores like Costco or Sam's Club. And like, if you don't know what a warehouse store is, it's pretty much like how do you say it?
It's the place where you can just stroll in and then you see like a bag of chips that would be like make a family pack look like those dollar things you buy at the vending machine.
Yeah.
Where like restaurants would go there to buy ketchup because they'll have like the huge 8 packs of the giant Heinz ketchup bottles.
Yeah, it's like stores that you can buy stuff in bulk, which is essentially
I go to Sam's.
buying stuff in
It's like a supplier.
big quantities, and like they're usually like there's not much like decoration when you go into warehouse stores. It's like pretty much all like clean,
A warehouse.
and it's like everything's on pallets and on shelving, like metal shelvings.
They don't BS with decorations.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been to
If
like
you've s-
oh
Like if you've seen the Jack in the Box commercial where he's walking through one and it's like a 2-pack of flat screens, or like it was like a 240 pack of toilet paper or something. It's like that. Like it's outrageous stuff you wouldn't imagine being there, but it's in
not
such large
common.
bulk that it's great.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
like usually like big families or just big groups go into warehouse stores just to buy stuff, mainly for this purpose of just larger quantities. And to my memory, like I haven't been to a warehouse store in a while, but I have been to like in like a lot of them in my earlier years. But I believe you need like a membership to get in. It's like $50.
Yeah, you need a Sam's membership.
It's well
to-
worth it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it is.
Or Costco.
yeah, it's so well worth it though. That's awesome.
The
But-
deals are outrageous.
Yeah.
Like they're just insane.
They're like Gaben, but with food.
One of my favorites at Costco was free samples. Cause
I've never had free samples at the Costco we go to.
really?
What? How can
Dude.
you not
Never.
have a market? How can you not have a market store without free samples?
I don't. Well, I'm a techie, all right. And there's 2 things I go into Costco for whenever we have our rare annual or biannual whatever trip to Costco. I either go browse the tech department, like the computer stuff and the monitors and all that stuff, or I go and I hunt me down a 32 pack of the old school bottled Dr. Peppers. That's the only things I ever care about in Costco.
It like okay,
Just because I'm the weird guy.
yeah. I mean like we can pretty much all say for those who like just occasionally go to a warehouse store that it's pretty much a rare occurrence. Not like
Yeah,
like something
you don't-
once in a
you
lifetime,
don't
but it's
go-
rare. But
You go there probably at least once a month. Not like, oh, I gotta go to the grocery store, and then you go to the grocery store next week.
yeah.
I mean, maybe 2 months would be a more accurate term, because you will be stocked if you buy, like if you do your actual shopping there.
Yeah, I remember that during my childhood I can't believe I'm saying that. During my childhood I used to live with my cousins back in San Diego, and there was like a lot of us in the same house, and it was actually a normal thing where we would go to Costco, and like one of the fun parts was just just wandering around and looking at everything, and just like everything like everything like packed up together. It was weird to me at the time because I didn't know what it all meant. Like it's just another grocery store to me.
Yeah. The Sam's I go to on Saturdays gives free samples, and like whenever I go shopping there with either my mom or whoever, I'll just be like, oh, well, we can either eat lunch or we can just go to Sam's, do our shopping there, and then eat all the samples. That's what we do.
Well, yeah, but like imagine like doing bulk shopping but not having to leave your house for it.
It's like everything's bigger in Texas, but everything's bigger in Sam's.
No.
We have Sam's here.
But like, I don't know if like other companies like Amazon are going to do this sort of thing along with like, you know, Prime Air. But do you guys, okay, like with bulk shopping, it's going to mostly be applying to groceries, but not, it's going to be like applying to like non-perishables, I believe, like cans or sometimes chips. But would you guys ever do that sort of thing? Like just for one thing, but
Yeah, like, I mean, if there were like a bulk bag of hot fries, like the, oh, right, what is it? It's the guy with the checkered hat. The hot, no one knows what I'm talking about. Okay, but it's this bag of hot fries that I really like, even though it burns my mouth.
Is it a blue bag or?
Yeah, it's a blue bag.
I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah. And I think it's like couch potato. Maybe I'm gonna get stuck on this forever. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I would buy that. Like if it's like a 40 pack of those bags, I would nail that. I'd just be like, yes, skiff now.
But like,
Handicap, that's the brand. Handicaps.
I'm gonna like make this a little broad for a second. Without applying to like anything absolutely whatsoever. If you guys could buy something in bulk with the luxury of never leaving your house, what would that one thing be?
Computer. No, that would be stupid.
Robes.
That's a hard question.
Lots of
Robes?
robes.
Like
Yes.
bathrobes?
Yeah, that's what I wear. It's for pajamas. It's robes and pajama pants.
All right.
So, I mean, if I had like 8 robes that I could choose from, or 7 robes, I could just wear one a day, and I'd never have to leave my house, because I'd have fresh robes every day.
And that is how you become a fat lard.
Well, see, this is why you buy exercise machines.
Nah.
In bulk.
Both.
I feel
I
like
have
if
flex machine.
you have bulk, what are the reasons for grocery stores? Like, I feel the world is coming
They're
a
for,
little
they're for
technology.
light. Yeah, I can agree with you there, but I'd say the grocery stores are for light shopping. Like, oh, well, I don't need to go to Sam's to get an 84 pack of milk, but I may just
Why
want to
would
get a
you need
quart.
that much milk in the first place?
I don't know.
That you're gonna
It's
need
hypothetical.
noodles, cup of noodles and top of ramen. That's the only type of bulk I buy.
Just like, just come back to a warehouse
I'm confused
and just
with
look
that
at what
aside.
people buy. It's extravagant. It's amazing as to
Yeah, it's crazy.
what capacity people can buy, and even like stomach.
Fat people, what? You don't need that much food at one time. It's all gonna get old.
They're gearing up for the collapse of the economy.
I hate when people have excessive amount of food in their house and then it all goes bad. We used to do that at my house. Like, we had excessive amounts of food and we would not eat it. We would keep buying more and more food, and the other food would just get bad because we didn't eat it because we didn't really need it. Like, we have cans in my house right now that go back to like 2005. That's how much.
This is why you only buy in bulk, and then you live off that bulk until you have the bulk on your stomach.
You should bury that can, dig it back up, and say it's an artifact.
This is an artifact from 2005, guys. We're cool.
This was back before the YOLO movement.
No.
I don't know. But if I were to buy anything in bulk, really, I think it would be probably something like something ordinary like soda, or maybe something like cashews, because I really love cashews.
I remember a friend of mine
Cashews.
actually
Yeah.
wanted fucking Fago like really badly, and they didn't sell it near her. So like, they asked me to buy it for them. I think it was Tori actually.
Yeah, that was me. I got,
You
like,
could do that. You could do that on Amazon now.
Yeah, but like, you know, I honestly would buy cashews because I honestly love cashews. I think they're fucking delicious. Excuse my language, but whenever I just go to like a regular grocery store, you would just see like a very small can of it. Not a very small can, but like something that wouldn't be big enough, and it would be like fucking like $5, $6, $7 for each of them, just for a single can.
like, you're just like, okay, do I spend like $40 for like 3 cans of cashews, or do I go to a bulk store and get like and spend like $5 on 48 cashew type thing.
I'll be right back. Let me go to my bomb shelter real quick.
For real though, like I don't know. Bulk shopping to me is kind of for excessive big people that are just like, oh, I'm big, I'm gonna eat food, I'm gonna,
Like Jabba the Hutt intensifies. Like,
Well, I guess it's, like some situations it would be a good thing, like if you have a lot of people in your house, or if like you're prepping for something that's big coming soon, like a party.
Well, then I feel like buying stuff in bulk would be for people who are like they're companies, because like really the only thing that I would buy in bulk is either soda or cup of noodles, because I eat the shit out of cup of noodles. Like we buy 2 big packs of spicy chicken cup of noodle, and I eat that in like 2 weeks.
I mean, like bulk shopping, it's pretty much already done for in companies, because you know it's pretty much for stock. In this case, it's more of just, like showing it more towards the public, and moreover through the internet.
I don't see why, in my opinion. I don't see why that would be a thing that you need to do. Just get out of your car, get off your butt, get in your car, and go shopping.
Yeah, but after reading the article, I believe it's also another service that applies to Amazon Prime, which is another service you have to subscribe to.
Oh god, no. No thank you. More money out my pocket.
Steam sales.
Gabe.
Sales everywhere. Too bad I have no... Well, I actually do got money, but not money to spend.
I could definitely buy things, but I need to finish my Christmas shopping. So.
Christmas shopping.
Yeah, that's another thing. Have you guys done what have you guys done for Christmas shopping so far?
Oh, well, my boyfriend, he wants Snickers, and that's all he wants. Like, I tried to get it out of him. He was like, all I want are Snickers for Halloween. They make
Let's go bulk shopping. Let's go bulk shopping. Let's go. Get some Snickers.
He was
I
like,
wish my shopping was that easy.
and I was like, all right, so I'll get you, I don't know where I'm going to get you hella Snickers at, but I'll see if they have a king-size Snicker for you, and I'll give them to you. And then, I plan to give, my friend's mom a little bit of money, because she drove me to school for like the past 2 weeks because I broke down. And then the only people I'm giving presents to are my boyfriend, my friend Mosette, my friend Annie, and then my friend Isaiah, and then a couple friends online. And that's about it.
It's a funny thing that you mentioned about the whole Snickers thing. Is like there was this is like a little story, but at one point my mom and my sister really loved the Lifesaver gummies. And one time we were, I don't think it was a Walmart, but it was just like a conventional store like Albertsons or something like that. At one point we saw it, and we were at checkout, and they saw it right there. And like, should we just get one or maybe 2? And as soon as I look back on the conveyor belt, I just see they took up the whole box. Just placed it right there. I was like, all right, it's not my money, so
just grab it and go.
All right, Mom.
But yeah, what else have you guys done for Christmas shopping? I like
Oh,
me personally, like I'm in a situation where I just don't have the ability to go Christmas shopping, nor would I look forward to getting much presents either. But it's all fine with me. I'm just curious. This is all.
I bought my best friend the first 6 issues of Pandora Hearts, because she said that she had watched the anime and that it had cut off way early in this, like what the series should have been. And I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to go. There's so much awesome stuff in this series that you're missing. I'm not letting you miss out on this. So I got her the first 6 issues.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I bought this chick that I like a necklace with the letter of her first name on it.
Oh, that's cute.
Let's get to the ladies.
Get some.
Yeah, but other than that, I need to get a present for my mother, and then that's about it, boss. That's all I got. All she wrote.
Yeah, this morning actually, before we were actually doing the pre-recording, I woke up pretty early to for my mom to celebrate her birthday early. We went out to like a pancake house, not IHOP. It was the original pancake house. If any of you know of that, but
Yeah.
we went there, and like I don't really go to sit-down restaurants very too often, but you know, the service is relatively the same. It's service that like you wouldn't necessarily give a lot back, but you're dissatisfied with. But there was something that happened like when our server was, you know, doing his job, or quote unquote his job for us.
Huh,
Really?
yeah, job.
Like, it was just one of those situations where, you know, people who sat down after we sat down got their food before us, and it was that server was doing those same tables, and you know my mom got irritated about that, my sister got irritated about that, and her girlfriend is actually, she had experience as a server, and you know there was controversy about that. And one of the funny things that occurred was usually when you sit down at a restaurant, they don't give you the check until they see that you're pretty much thoroughly done with your food.
Yeah.
And
But they had like a buffet and they made you pay up front.
no, this is what happened. Like, considering the amount of dissatisfaction my mother and my sister gave towards the server, the moment he went to give us all of our food, he also put down the check. So I was like, if you need anything else, just tell me. And like, it was, I'm just gonna say it like how my sister portrayed it. Like, it was pretty much, here's your food, now get the hell out.
Wow, what a douchebag! Wow.
That's a good
alright.
description.
Well, before we get off task,
Hog of Dosh.
We've been off task for about like almost half an hour.
Well, Tooler, what did you do for Christmas shopping?
I went down to the corner and started sucking candy. Anyway, I didn't really
For Pop Rocks?
for Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks, that's what we'll call them. Sorry about the overeating. My chair is. But anyway, I did plenty of Christmas shopping, but it's my parents and my brother and sister actually watch this podcast sometimes, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I wish my family was that cool. Hey, let's go watch your podcast. Haha, never mind. You're such a weird child, Tori. Okay, Mom.
Hi, Tyler's family. I think.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
That Phil went to Tyler's.
Yeah. That's a really unexpected thing, just to see like people you know see the things that you do. Really.
I'd be kind of scared if my parents saw what I do.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if my parents were watching. I would not be here.
I would not be here either.
It's kind of one of those two different people types of things, where you're just like, how you act in front of your peers and parents and people in real life, and then how you act.
Yeah.
I act pretty much the same around my parents. It's just there's a little bit more intensity online than there is at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do the same, but I'm free, like I'm more reserved when I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more comfortable talking to people.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, it's been a weird thing. I've actually grown more comfortable talking to my mom in a sense of how the same way I would talk to you guys. And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like, that sort of thing, I think is really, really cool to experience, because you can literally be yourself around your parents, and you don't have to.
Yeah, me and my mom, oh my god, we are so close. Sometimes we hear things from each other we never ever wanted to hear from each other ever in our life, and it's just, oh god, it's so gross.
Let's not elaborate.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just leave it all up to mystery.
All right. So we're going to go to a little more generalized topic. This was something that I kind of wanted to get across and see what you all thought, and pretty much see what our listeners would think about it. Is two things: popularity and respect. Now, popularity is a bit of a strong word to say. You can say it in many different ways, like fame or recognition, but we're just gonna label it as popularity. Now, these two things can be put together on the same person, but they can also be put on separately. And what do you guys think about that, really? And how it like portrays people, really?
Well, I feel like this can go a lot of different ways. Like, I feel like if you're known, you have a lot more respect, but you do still get a lot of shit about you. Like, whereas if you're like less popular, you're gonna have a lot of less respect, because like even if your animations are really good, it doesn't matter. If you are not known, no one's really gonna care about your animations until you get known, and then people are gonna start being your friend. But if you try and be someone's friend and you are just not known that well, they're gonna be like, oh, ew, what are you, noob? I'm much better than you, noob. Get out of here. No one likes you. Like, ugh.
I like to think of it like this. Like, I kind of like to think of people as restaurants. Let's not put a mental image in my head. But, like, there's gonna be those big guys, like McDonald's or something. I'm not talking about food quality, I'm just talking about, like, popularity. Oh, everybody knows him. That's his food, his style, and all that stuff. And then there's that small guy, you think their food is really good, but they're not known at all. They're just like a hole in the wall that you never talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think there are people that actually have the luxury of having both of those things?
Not really, no. I don't feel like it.
It depends on the person. There's gonna be people who, like, I'm gonna take EJ for example. Some people might think he's, like, back when he was really, really popular, some people respected him, some people didn't care, some people didn't like him. You're gonna have a whole bunch of flavors of people.
Yeah, I mean, surely enough, a person's opinion on someone else is definitely their own opinion. But me personally, I think a pretty good example of where two of those things do meld in together. I think one person who really has achieved that is probably Egoraptor.
Yes.
Like,
I don't know who Eagle Raptor is.
Egoraptor is like.
He's on Game Grumps, isn't he?
Yeah, he started off as like a very popular animator doing drone animation. He started off on Newgrounds, I believe, and then soon he moved on to do a channel called Game Grumps. Initially with JonTron, but now with Danny from Ninja Sex Party. And like, when he started Game Grumps, the gaming channel, to me, I didn't know what, like, the thought of a gaming channel or anything about Let's Plays was unfamiliar to me, and I didn't know how to feel about it, but it wasn't anything positive nor anything negative. And then when it did come out, it was actually quite interesting to watch. And then, as the whole thing continued, the commentary didn't grow to be, it wasn't necessarily consistent, because there's one video where it can just be all funny stuff and they're all laughing about what they see on screen, and then the other is just that they know what we're doing, so they're just going to talk about something like a little more realistic.
Yeah, casual. Like, I mean, how me and my friend do Let's Play, me and my friend Connor. I'm not gonna be advertised McGee here, but usually when we talk, we'll just talk casually. It's basically just us playing games and just having a conversation like, oh, how was your day today? I saw the blah 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 blah, and just play the game, and then we'll occasionally tune in and talk about, oh, well, yeah, this boss is really hard, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And just keep it casual, keep it real.
But like, if you're someone who like avidly watches Game Grumps, you'll notice that like a lot of the conversations they get into are really sort of touchy and personal subjects that you wouldn't normally talk about towards the public.
Like, I had seen one, I think it was the Mario Sunshine, I want to say, where he, like, the new guy from Ninja Sex Party, I forget his name, talking about how he was in an orgy at one point.
Oh my god! I have never watched Game Grumps. That sounds.
You may want to watch the Kirby's Epic Yarn, because literally every time they were to do one of those episodes, they would describe how amazing the beautiful scenery was in the game, and then they'd somehow wrap in like the dirtiest things they could possibly think of. Like, suddenly they'd be like, oh, this game is so beautifully wonderful, and oh my god, dicks. It's just like that's just how random it was.
I mean, like, that sort of thing, I really believe where the respect comes in, because that makes you know that, you know, they have the capacity to fool around when it's necessary, and it is necessary because, you know, it's entertaining.
Like, and they're comfortable enough to do it, because,
Yeah.
I mean, some people can be really funny, really, etc., like, off camera, but once they're on camera, they're just all introverts McGee.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm not really like that. Like, I kind of have that I don't give a fuck attitude where I'm kind of like, I'm on camera, I don't care. People can see me, how I really act.
Yeah, and here's what I'm going to get to where I'm actually going to get at with ending with popularity. Now, Aaron and Danny, like, you know, Egoraptor and from Ninja Sex Party, they made an album together, like a music related album, and the band or the artist or whatever is called Starbound. And, you know, it was just a complication of like parodied songs and all that sorts of things. And they made several videos to keep the hype alive and whatever. And when it came out, on my Facebook feed, I have Ninja Sex Party liked on their page. And what I saw from the pictures of all the feedback, like when that album was released online, there were these screenshots of like on Amazon of just like their album on like the top 20 of like most popular or most paid for albums ever. And that's like alongside with, you know, all the mainstream artists like Beyonce and everyone else was there. And to me, that's pretty amazing, really. To like just from someone like, just like even two people who don't normally do music all that much, except for Danny because he does, you know, on music.
Yeah. I don't, since I don't really know much about Game Grumps, I'm not really gonna steer my discussion of popularity and recognition to them. So if you still want to keep talking about them, then...
Yeah, but that's all I had to say. But yeah.
Oh well, the whole thing with popularity is all of the popular people are gonna be much more closer, and are going to know each other better. And so when you're a little small guy, if you try to intervene between that, people are gonna think you're just going in there for the recognition of those popular people, when honestly all you want to do is try to get close to them. It's like the thing on Still Frame. Not all of the administrators are good friends. Some of them are, but when you try to get those other, per se, a new administrator trying to get in between all that, it's not really going to work because they're so closed off. So when you're popular, it's a little harder to grow that group of popular people to get bigger, and so everyone's just kind of at the same level.
Yeah, that sort of thing within this community is a bit. There is a line really to where between popularity and respect, how it goes in the Maple community. Like, I don't know. I for one have been do get a good amount of respect in the community, mainly because of just not saying that I want to do this or that I can do this, but I like just the fact that it does get done, really. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's the podcast.
You're the type of guy who says something and gets it done.
Yeah.
You're the guy who gets a lie on it.
Yeah, like, you know, this podcast here, you know, it comes out, you know, whenever it's able to, because like I essentially manage this whole thing, and it is pretty much all going through over a Skype call, and you know, it's not easy because I can't control what happens in your guys' lives and whenever you're gonna show up.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be. We have to be courteous of you as much as you have to be courteous of us, in a sense. Like, I mean, just a couple minutes ago, my parents came in and I had the courtesy to mute my microphone, so it didn't get in the way of the podcast. I mean, it's common courtesy.
And like,
And with you starting college soon, you know, we're all gonna have to have different schedules and whatnot.
yeah, I mean, like, and also as like being an animator, like, to be honest, I'm not really working on stuff as much just because of just, you know, prepping for the whole college thing, but just I am really satisfied with what I put out there for the public during Halloween, with just like a completed SFC in that was what, 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do hope, I know it's been a while, but I really do hope that kind of set a standard, really.
Yeah, I was
I don't really okay, of course I encourage the more creativity coming from the community, but just get your stuff done, man.
for real. Y'all need to.
So,
Dude.
would you rather have quantity, or I'm not saying just a bunch of crappy animations versus one really good animation every month or so, but kind of a balance of, instead of one really good quality animation over the course of 2 months, would you rather have some smaller, not top tier, but somewhat decent by the same person to be output in a sense?
My mindset is more pointed towards, more towards the better quality, because I'm a patient person, and I can wait for stuff for a certain amount of time and do stuff for a certain amount of time, and that sort of thing is perfectly fine with me. But this is what my advice is, because it's not nothing elaborate that I can give to the animators that have trouble finishing their own stuff. I have 3 words for you: just do it. Because the act of just procrastinating and doing all these things that you normally shouldn't be doing, but you should be animating, it honestly shows that you have weakness or vulnerability, that that you would be yielding yourself to do all these things instead of doing stuff that you should be doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you can't focus, then I honestly don't know what I could say about that.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems people are just getting kind of lazy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I guess to stray away from some of the serious topics that we have here on this week's podcast, we're gonna go just do our regular wind down of just game talk, and one of the first things that I want to go over is the Nintendo Direct video of December 18th.
Yeah.
Man.
The beautiful video.
Hype train, anyone?
I took a gander at that, and I saw, the 3 things that kind of stood out to me were, the Hyrule Warriors. Looks like Dynasty Warriors,
Yes.
that old PS2 game that I still play whenever my friends come over.
Mario
And,
Kart 8 Smash Bros.
Mario Kart 8 is the hype car. Don't eat it. It's great.
Way to wrap that in.
I am a car.
All things beautiful.
Yeah. Dr. Luigi.
Yeah,
Kinda
Luigi.
Oh, wow,
Doctor-
what is that about?
Dr. Luigi is kind of a spin-off of Dr. Mario, which was a Tetris game, but only using pills. So
That consisted of 2 halves, and sometimes they're different colors.
Rose.
Yeah, but I don't know. I never really thought of that, but to explain more what kind of deviates Dr. Luigi away from the original is that a lot of what the stuff of Luigi has been going on, of him being produced with content that's supposedly more difficult or more challenging. Yeah, with Super Luigi U, fucking sorry, a 100-second time limit on every stage.
Oh, right. Oh, no, man.
But
that ain't me, boss.
But with Dr. Luigi, instead of with the regular that has 2 halves, it's 2 pills that are stuck together, and they're shaped as an L, and now there's 4 halves, and the more challenging part is that they don't normally come in all the same colors. They'll all be all scrambled up. So it really does formulate some sort of more meticulous thinking where you have to
Like strategy.
Yeah.
And what the he had also the guy in the video, I forget his name.
Iwata.
Yeah, I was about to say Hideo Kojima. But what he had said is in PvP, if you like eliminate a row or if you do something, you get a power-up that you can use against the enemy, and that scrambles their L-shaped pill at the last second, so they have to rethink and re-strategize.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's pure evil.
That's the-
but
That is like the ultimate hoe.
you're just like, no.
Oh, man.
This,
I'd cry.
this means war.
Oh god, it's
And-
blockles all over again.
In the screen.
Oh. I miss luck.
I hate it.
Was there any other games that you guys piqued your interest or curiosity?
Super Mario, or not Super Mario, Super Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm so
I'm looking forward to the NES Remix library.
Yoshi's New Island is basically a remake with 3D models.
I
I like a lot of Nintendo games. Don't get me wrong, but nothing really caught my eye more than like the classic NES Remix. So
I've never been a fan of Donkey Kong Country. I mean, it's never really appealed to me. The fact that you're a giant
giant banana, huh?
giant banana donkey.
My banana donkey.
Slash the gorilla. And it's
I don't
made
know
for
what that thing is, but he is some type of monkey and not enjoy that
He's a
game.
gorilla, for freak's sake.
I don't
Gorilla.
care. And
I-
some people like he's an ape. No, he's a gorilla.
Okay.
Not a
How
monkey.
old are you guys?
Okay.
I'm 4 years old.
I accidentally the language. Let's move on.
Okay. This is something that like I saw. Like, okay, you guys know the 2DS, right?
Yes.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys know that there was a hoax about a
Yes, that was the funniest thing ever.
The what? Fill me in here.
Okay.
Some dude posted on I think it was like it was some forum or anything. It was an April Fool's joke about the 2DS. He had taken an old Game Boy, like a Game Boy original, and taken two of the screens and photoshopped them from top to bottom in a solid block kind of thing, and made it say, "Hey, this is the new TDS that Nintendo announced." And then later on, everyone was wanting to get 3DS, but for like X and Y or something, but didn't want to spend the money, so they made a cheaper version that was the 2DS, and it was literally the exact same design that dude had predicted, but it was, you know, sleeker and more actually fitting of the 3DS kind of looking thing.
Mhm.
It was so funny when I saw that.
You know, to be honest, I didn't know anything about that, so there was so much want when that page came out. Like, and it was a pretty good thought to have, play 3DS games on your TV screen, but then, a revelation came to mind that the Wii U is essentially a 1DS.
What? Okay, you're blowing my mind here. Stop.
Okay,
Oh,
here's the thing. The gamepad is the screen, and it is pretty relative to what mobile gaming is like.
like PSP.
And then the gamepad is your secondary screen, and then your main screen is your TV. And what makes it better is that it's like everything's all HD, and it all runs on a much more powerful console. And that's like I never really thought about it, but it really is essentially a 1DS. And to be honest, I would actually prefer to get a Wii U over a 3DS.
Breaking the 8th dimension.
I would actually prefer to get a 2DS over any of that because, ooh,
Money?
You just want the brick.
Well, it's not only that, but I mean the 2D. Like the thing is, I watched a review of USA a lot, guys, and frankly, the 3D gimmick is up. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts my eyes.
It hurts
It's-
everybody's eyes. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not
It's like
necessary, really.
It's like one of those things that the developers just took and run with it. Like, there's one guy with 3D, and there's like, oh my god, 3D, and you don't even like hear what that the community's like. I really like 3Ds.
Remember
Yeah.
that was a thing in the 80s?
yeah, because
Oh
like,
god.
my sister got
Red
my
blue.
nephew a 2DS for Christmas, and me and her were playing on it for a little bit, and I was just like, why would someone need a 3DS? This 2DS is freaking amazing. I want this.
I really wish they would have taken the design of the 3DS and then just not had 3D in it and made that the 2DS instead of making it a giant brick. Because making it where it like flips clothes and stuff, that adds a whole lot more portability and like size restraint on it. Makes it a whole lot better.
It could, if you're creative, have an extra bit of gameplay, like instead of the screen just being on the like inside when you open it up, it'd be on the inside and the outside, so you could be like, well, you need to close it and then look through the lens or something weird. I'm just spitballing, but it'd be cool.
I mean, I'm assuming that didn't go with the opening closing is because like, I mean, there are a lot of cases where people have 3DSs and like something goes wrong with the hinges where it becomes loose and it's all like floppy. And
I feel they made the 2DS for more younger kids because I know my nephew, his regular DS, he flips it open and he'll close it really hard when he gets mad. So I feel like that's a way that for little kids to break it. Therefore, they came out with the 2DS.
I lost my DS. Like my 3DS, it was like a Christmas, like, color special thing, and I really liked it, and I lost it. Made me sad.
As long as you don't lose that special edition Pikachu version, oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That thing's like $500.
There was.
Wait, Yellow Special Pikachu Edition is $500.
I think it's probably more than that actually.
I own that.
Well,
Leave.
I own like I literally have like 2 copies just sitting there.
well then.
To the marketplace.
Tyler, you are lying right now. Do not
No, no.
lie to me. Do
No.
not lie.
No.
Pix,
I-
they didn't
I've
have
had
Pix now.
Like I've been around. I've had Game Boy Color. I also have like a couple Game Boy Colors sitting around.
Do you have that special edition Charizard?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have special
Advanced
edition
SP?
Charizard. I have special edition Pikachu. 2 of them.
Pix, please, or get out.
Yes, right now. Right now.
None of
We'll,
them. Fucking
we'll
finish the
slap it on the
podcast.
podcast sticker. Just maybe.
Pull a berry.
That makes me so angry. I'm really just gonna throw everything at your house.
Edit
Rio's
that
new
in
berry. Rio's new berry.
But one of the games that was a little odd to see at first, but I really loved the idea that revolved around it was Chibi Robo Photo Finder on 3DS. And
What is that about?
it involves just like a little robot just going around doing like little quests and helping like other dudes around with stuff. And there are segments where it involves where like it gives you a silhouette, a shape of something, and you use the camera on your 3DS. You go around in your house and something that matches that same silhouette. Take a picture of it, and it'll scan over and it'll bring that sort of item into the game. And you know,
Sounds
that's cool.
Awesome.
and like, you know, bring you much more progress throughout the game. And you know, it's kind of weird because you don't really see that sort of thing anymore where you use your imagination and you like actually have to do like proactivity of just not just sitting there and playing, but like actually getting up and exploring around and see like whatever stuff that
Yeah, instead of just being a couch potato or something.
I actually like that idea. That's pretty smart.
yeah.
Let us all.
Let us all enlighten ourselves.
It's
Good on you, Nintendo.
yeah.
No!
But pretty much the biggest hype that I have for right now is Super Smash Brothers, and I'm sorry, but I have a bigger hype for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah,
It's
my,
because you're a
my hype-
fanboy, though.
I know.
My hype is focused on
Like,
Mario Kart.
I yeah. Like I've played both Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart pretty equally, but I kind of slightly have a better skill advantage whenever I play racing games, especially Mario Kart.
Ah, 1v1 Mario Kart right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
I wonder with Super Smash Brothers, I wonder if they're gonna nerf Ness's attacks again. Because it's like me and a friend of mine who's like really into Brawl, he was talking to me about that, like how every Super Smash Brothers game they nerf Ness's attacks. I think by like 5 damage points or like 3 or something like that.
Why don't they just end it in the next game instead of having
Also, Miles, can I just say,
you know?
Special Pikachu Edition is not worth $500. Get out.
The D.
It was
No,
me
I-
that said that.
Was it?
I will look that up for you right now.
I'm on
swear.
eBay right now. I see them like for $30.
The Game Boy or the DS?
The Game Boy.
I got a
That's
green
not
Game
what we were
Boy
talking
Color.
about. We
Oh,
were
you were talking about the DS version?
Yeah.
I got
That was a thing?
I've got a green Game Boy Color that I bought for 50 cents.
Well, I mean, I have like a bunch of old consoles like gathering. Like I have like the list of old consoles I have like currently that are just sitting in my garage. I have a ColecoVision. I have an Atari Jaguar.
Get away, you're old.
Jaguar.
With the Atari CD attached.
Jaguar.
I
The
I have the Sega Portable, the one that you have to plug into the wall.
Oh.
I have a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color sitting there. I have a Nintendo 64, an SNES. I don't have the regular NES. Although I do have an NES toaster because I bought one off of eBay.
A Nin toaster?
A Nintoaster, yeah.
Toaster.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see what else do I have. I think that's pretty much it. I have a PlayStation 1 and a copy of Pokemon Green in my garage as well.
I used to have a Super Nintendo, but we lost it or something. I don't know. Man, I remember playing Contra. No, wait, that wasn't Contra. It was
See?
no, it was Mega Man X. That's what it was.
I like playing the Mario collection. On there.
Super Mario World. All the
Oh, that was my jam.
you just played that for ages.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
I think that pretty much wraps it up for gaming, guys. We're starting to like go way off here.
Yeah. I guess that pretty much does it for this week's podcast. It's a little iffy as to we'll be doing one next week because of the whole holiday fiasco that's been going on. We're actually pretty lucky to do one a couple days before Christmas Eve. But you know, whether or not we'll be there, it's a guarantee we'll most likely do it after New Year's has already happened. You know, grabbing ourselves together from whatever party that we're gonna have. But thank you for listening. Hopefully we'll be here next week with another podcast coming up around the weekend. Merry Christmas. Sorry.
Merry Quest.
Merry.
Good ending.
I totally screwed that up. Merry Christmas and thank you for listening. Bye.
Merry Quest, guys.
Bye. Happy holidays.